is Brian Mazik, aka Unique Mazik, the hardest working man in sports and gaming. So I had to give y'all you know, the the full out, Now y'all let me know. Make sure there's no echo. I want to make sure that it's not just on Nelson's end. Tell me, does anyone hear an echo, or is it just my wonderfulness? I'll wait.
We couldn't handle two of you.
Yes, two is too much.
Mazik Jr. is already pushing it with 1.5.
Oh my God, he is. He is. I'm plotting on punching him in the face every 5 minutes. It's just what it is. All right, so it's been a 2 weeks or so since we did this at me bro thing. So of course, Nelson, tell the folk who you are and tell them hi and everything. You know what?
I'm Nelson Blake II, aka Books Nelson. I shouldn't say formally of, but with the rare Sim Hangout, you guys know me from there. Also a comic book artist for Marvel Comics. Currently, you can see my work on the Marvel YouTube channel for a series called Marvel Make Me a Hero, as well as a bunch of other comics I've done. Instagram, Nelson Blake II, all that stuff. But most importantly, at this moment, co-host of this show.
That's right.
And have to say, I mean, since our last show, we've doubled our subscriber count.
Yes, we have.
Most of you guys are more familiar with the 2K coverage that we've been doing than with the actual show itself. This is the show that started this channel not too long ago, actually. So we're really, really thankful for all of the support you guys have shown. Wildly just, awesome interactions so far and support for the content we've been producing. So thanks for you guys for coming out. And for those of you who are new here, great to meet you face to face.
Absolutely. I second that. Kusa says he's a new subscriber here, but he's been rocking with us on Sim Hangout. I appreciate you.
I remember Kusa.
Yeah, D97, Sir Jam, Sean Singletary, my man, Render, Cam Powell. I appreciate everybody's here. So we're doing something different this time. And if you saw it on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. What we're doing is I got a lot of VC, as you can see, and I'm about to spend it. And I'm about to spend it on pack openings. And I'm going to sell a bunch of stuff after that. And then we're going to do auction, go to auction house, see what we can get. And Nelson is going to ridicule me throughout the whole project.
I'm going to support you.
That wasn't even a part of I got a token. That wasn't even a part of the whole thing. What is going on, Dope D? But I know that that's what's going to happen. So I'm just like, okay, that's what it is. All right. So now let me first explain to y'all what it is I'm doing on my team. And Nelson, feel free to call me stupid at any time because I know that's what you're going to do. I am going the completionist route. Okay. Now, a lot of people, Junior is one of them. He doesn't like the completionist thing. He thinks it's really dumb. He doesn't want me to do that. He wants me to just go after the best cards and keep selling, buying, and buying, selling, buying, selling. But I want to max out this collector level thing here, right? And in order to max it out, you got to get 2,900 cards. If you get 2,900 cards, you end up getting this Galaxy Opal Anthony Davis. So he's the equivalent now of what the Giannis was last year if you get the Galaxy Opal. Only place you can get them here. These cards, the reward cards, are never on auction block or whatever. So that's just what it is. So that's why I'm never going to sell a card unless it's a duplicate. And that's just it. So every card I get is an addition. And another thing that I want to do that Junior doesn't like is I want these rewards, like you only have to do like 10 of them, I think, to open up the next gemstone. I want them all. So I'm going to use my tokens and I'm going to get them all. So you know what? I got 2 of them already. And you know who's next on the list? Jared Bayless. And you know what? This Jared Bayless is never going to play on my team. But you know what? He is now added to my card level. And now I have one card that I don't need to get anymore. So I'm on the road to 2,900. I'm just a completionist. Here's another thing. If I get 75 cards, I get to make my own uniforms and all of that. Y'all know I like doing that.
So before I respond to what you're doing here, like you think I'm just gonna jump in and ridicule you? That's not what's gonna happen.
It's
First,
probably.
first off, I want to address the chat. We got a couple questions, that'll be popping up throughout the show. Let get some interaction going. Sir Jam says, book some 6'7" in real life that has a 40-inch vert, shoot pretty good, and my favorite move is a sham guy. Can I make that on 2K? Yeah, if you make a pure playmaker, you make your character because they shoot pretty well, especially if you badge them up that way. So you'll have the sham guy, the 6'7". You'll be an 86 ball handle, so you definitely want to level up your character to at least a 96, 97 to take that to an 88. So that as soon as you get fatigued, you don't lose your dribbles. But yeah, you can make that pure playmaker. Very, very, very good character. Jury's still out over whether or not it works at 6'7". I think it will. I think people were judging it a little prematurely, a little harshly. But overall, this game is friendly to more friendly to smaller builds than last year. Hope that answers your question. Now, back to Mazik. I have no problem with what you're doing.
You know?
Junior's optimizing, right? Junior's trying to create the best team possible.
No.
I'm a firm believer that you play the game the way you want to play. And the thing about with your approach is it doesn't matter what cards you get. It's not going to make you a good player. So you might as well find
here it is. And here comes the horrible.
Some other form of, fulfillment.
Here comes the horrible. Here comes the horrible. It's terrible. It's the things that go on here are vile and unnecessary. Renda says, got that Galaxy Opal for D Rose's knees yesterday.
Render, I wish I could just do something nice for you right now.
Renda, you are really at first, Renda, we were friends, and then we weren't. Suddenly we weren't. And that's just how it was. D Johnson says, what's up to us?
What up, D Johnson?
Bro country. So let me go into my pack openers before more vile things happen. So which ones do y'all think I should get? I'm not getting these league reward packs. I'm thinking about, wait a minute. You can't get the Dwayne. Oh, no. You can't get the Dwayne Wade. I'm going to say, I was going to lose all of my everything. Okay, so the Dwayne Wade, the Dwayne Wade Spotlight Series 1, the deluxe, you get 20 packs for $168,000. Yes, I said dollars. That's the way I wanted to
feel like it, don't it?
That's the way I wanted to say it. He said, thanks, but I just hate having to run with a 6'5" or smaller character. I meant to ask you, Sir Jam, you 6'7" in real life with a 40-inch vertical. Who you play for? Well, come on, man. You supposed to come on. Let's
he can play for Charlotte.
Yeah, he definitely can play for Charlotte. I think he can play for OKC.
OKC got a good team.
They got a good team from where?
It's okay. When I say they got a good team, I mean they're a solid NBA team. They're not terrible. They got Steven Adams, Chris Paul, Gallinari, Robertson's coming back. They got your boy Ferguson, who you like so much.
I don't think that Chris Paul and Steven Adams will make it through the season on that squad, though. I think they both get moved.
Right. I'm just talking about the team they have right now, though.
Okay. I'm looking at overall. And by the end of the season, they gonna look like Duke.
Probably. But right now, my thing is they're an acquisition away from fighting for a completely irrelevant playoff push, which I wouldn't consider a bad team.
Yeah, D Johnson says, is OKC a playoff team in the East?
That's a good question. I don't know.
That's current. I don't think they are as currently constructed. I don't know. It depends on how well they defend. If they defend, maybe. But if they're a normal defensive team, but see, they have the athletes and the length to defend like crazy. So,
if they still had Jeremy Grant, I would have said just yes.
Yeah.
Tim Hamer Jr., what's up? Great to see you in the chat.
What's good? All right, let me open these packs, man, because y'all trying to hold me back.
You got to push on, man.
Sir Jam said he's 45 now. He played overseas. Yeah, I feel you. I'm right there with you, bro. We're almost the same age. Kusa said he had a playoff team in the East by himself. All right, let's see what we got. Now, some people are flip all guys. Some people are guys who flip one card at a time. Junior likes to flip through all of the ones to see what gems he has before he flips it. And then he gets excited when he has a good one. Let's see. And there's no reason for me to really get excited here. I already have this Jason Williams, so he's going to get sold. And I also have Lloyd Pierce. Lloyd Pierce does not look like a head coach. Lloyd Pierce looks like an agent for an R&B group.
So let me ask you something. Are there any cards in particular that you are hoping to get?
I want the Carmelo Amethyst. I would really like the Kevin Durant Amethyst. Just pretty much any of the Amethyst is what I'm going for right now. We want Amethyst to pop up. Even if it's one of the Amethysts I already have, because I think I already have the Tim Duncan Amethyst. He says that Udonis Haslem you're going to end up pulling is worth 12 KMT, and the Bucks playbook is worth 20 KMT. Oh, okay. Now see the Udonis Haslem, you gotta have him to complete one of the Dwayne Wade's challenges. So I feel you. I understand what you're saying. You said you can't apply a contract to that Mellow card. You can't. Oh, we didn't get anything here. We got nothing. See, here they go with this Jason Williams crap.
Duplicates already.
Here they go with this Jason Williams. Oh, I got Ray Allen too. Oh my God.
Oh, it's your boy.
Yeah, regular Ray. I got a Ruby. I got a Ruby.
You got the most regular Ray too.
No, now check it out. Now I had a conversation with somebody today about that whole concept about having Ray Allen instead of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
And they totally understood what I meant.
Who was this? Who was this fool? You know what's funny? Brian, I'm gonna mess up his last name, but Scout with Brian. He was having an argument with somebody.
I take it.
We got AI. Let's go.
Oh, Ruby AI. I take it.
That's what's up. So he was having an argument with somebody. I think it might have been over James Harden, right? They were saying James Harden to help his team. And he said basically this from the same guy who thought Ray Allen was better than Kobe Bryant. This was unrelated to me. I wasn't involved.
Who said this?
Scout with Brian. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel. He's a really good YouTube channel.
He was talking about me?
No, he was just saying, he just randomly said this from somebody else who thought that Ray Allen was better than Kobe Bryant. This is a former NBA scout telling him how crazy he is.
Well, see, here's the thing. I never said.
I know that.
That's the thing. I never said that he was better than Kobe. He's not better than Kobe. I just felt that he would be a better fit with Shaq from a personality standpoint and the skills. I didn't think were such a big fall off. I think they would have stayed together. I think they would have played 8-9 years together, because he wouldn't have pissed Shaq off. And Shaq does need to be pissed off sometimes because he's big and he's lazy. But
well, Shaq got jealous of Penny and left. Shaq got jealous of Kobe and left.
I'm gonna slap Jason.
And then he was old and fat. Jason Williams out here,
man.
He out here.
Man, oh my God, man. No, I'm telling you, man.
How you feeling about your journey right now?
It's not good. You see, y'all, the problem y'all have, and is y'all can't get out of your head that I'm not saying he's better than Kobe.
I know you're not saying that.
No, Eastwick's baller saying that I'm sounding crazy. See, that's because y'all doing like a 1-to-1 comparison. It's sometimes you can subtract talent and add chemistry. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah, but you still.
Oh my God! Come on, okay, Ray, I get it.
Ray trying to make a point. See, this karma. That's karma, Ray.
Okay, here we go.
he pulled karma, Ray.
Okay, I already got this though.
Speaking of Shaq, see there, you got your wish. You speaking it into existence.
I already got him.
You got Shaq and Ray Allen showing up as you talking about it.
Exactly. There it is. Okay, well, if that's the case, Carmelo Anthony really needs to be signed by an NBA team. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Your luck is horrible.
Oh my God.
Yo, you need to open up a different section, man. You need to go
somewhere else. My God. Oh, it's broke.
Get out of here. Abort. Get out. Get out.
Broke.
Get out.
I can't get out.
It's not RNG.
I can't get out.
You can't select from nowhere else?
No, I picked this box. I bought this box already.
Oh, you got a whole box of this?
Sapphire Anderson Varejao. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Hey, hold on a second though. Now let me ask you something before I flip it. It's better not be. It's not a coach because I already got my coach. All right, so listen to me. Who do y'all think this is? Who do y'all think this is? But Eastwick's baller told me these packs was Dupe City. I shouldn't get this. He did say that. He really did.
You got our chat being helpful and informative.
He
Yeah,
did say that.
You
He
know,
said go with league packs.
You know what they say about hard heads?
Yes. But I'm telling you right now, this finna be something silly. Eastwick's baller said, "Oh, Renda says Kwame Brown, you bogus."
You think it's Melo?
Who we got? Who we got? Come with it. Give me something. Oh, it's
Spur. It's a Spur.
No, yeah, it's Tim Duncan. I already have Tim Duncan.
That was anticlimactic.
But I can still.
It's a good Tim Duncan.
I can put him on the auction block.
You got that same level?
Yes, same one. I can put him on the auction block. That did not feel as good as I wanted it to. That just didn't feel as good.
This fun. I feel like I could go with you to Vegas and just stand next to you and watch you hemorrhage money.
Udonis Haslam. I got the Udonis. There we go. I got the Udonis. I needed that. And it's an Evo card too, so it upgrades.
To what? It's Udonis Haslam.
I think, yeah, but hey,
but it's my team.
When they get see, here's Junior. Here's Junior in the chat now. Laughing. But I got that Udonis Haslam though, and you need the Udonis Haslam Jr. because you can't even complete one of the Dwayne Wade challenges because you don't have him. There you go. All right, we still got something good going on here. We have a chance to make this. Oh God,
yo,
I'm not.
I think this needs to be the last box for the night.
I'm never buying another box from here again.
Don't
It's
do
gonna
that
be
again.
league cards, period. Oh God.
How much VC you done thrown away?
This is like $168,000.
Oh, that sounds like it's just over. It's almost a third of your funds.
And I got another Verjao. This Lou Williams is not even gonna make my team.
This is a brutal disaster.
This is not.
This is an unmitigated travesty.
The best card I got, and all of the ones they giving me that's halfway decent, I already got this Michael Beasley.
The irony is you didn't even want good cards. You just wanted different cards, and you got exactly what.
And I'm getting the same. Eastwick's baller told me. He told me. He said this is Dupe City, and I didn't listen.
So since you're the mayor of Dupe City now, is your luck always this good?
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm done here. I'm done. Oh, I'm done here. I'm done here.
Yo, these cards are so bad too. This is horrible.
Oh, I'm done here. I'm done. Oh my God, I'm done here. So he's going to the auction. Let's see. Shaq is going to the auction.
Was that Brian Grant? Did I see a Brian Grant?
I already got Brian Grant. So he's going to the auction.
So, hey, the bad news is you didn't get what you were looking for. The good news is if you wanted 3 of the exact same deck, you could do that.
Oh, but Sir Jam said I'm not using my right left pocket casino strategy. Clearly I'm not, because the left pocket is empty.
Yo, shout out to you for the callback. If y'all didn't know, a few shows ago, he said he gambles with the right pocket, left pocket rule. So basically, whatever's in the left pocket, you spend, and whatever's in the right pocket, you go home with, no matter what you win.
Right. And I think it's a sound strategy.
And
Sir Jam just threw it back up in my face.
Good timing. That's good timing right there. Woo, look at all them Jason Williams. Looking like the new kids on the block.
I'm trying to tell you, boy.
Feel like he got 5 Timberlakes.
I ain't never seen. You ain't seen. I ain't seen this much white chocolate since I've been to an Eminem concert. This is terrible. I guess I should send him to the auction. But these suckers getting quick sold, all of them. Oh my God. All right. We're not buying those anymore. Let's go to the league. He told me though.
I learned a valuable lesson, man. Ooh,
he told me. He told me.
He gets Jason Williams to get out.
They said they wondered if Eugene is going to show up. Eugene Pettit. Let's see. And these are only 101,000. So, all right, these are better. I think these are so much better. I think these are going to be better. I think these are going to be better. I think these are going to be better.
You bought another box?
Not of those. Different ones. All right, so we got Karis LeVert and Malcolm Miller. Malcolm Miller, that's I think that's Master P's nephew or something. It's not. I made that up. What's all going on here?
All right.
What? Hey, hold on a second.
So what's the possibilities here?
I gotta go back and look. I forgot. Amethyst period. It just is. All right, here we go. Give it something. Give me something I like. Talk to me in a way that Giannis,
What?
Giannis,
Oh, what?
Giannis,
What?
Giannis, Giannis, Giannis,
What?
Giannis, Giannis. There we go. There
Hey!
we go. Now we talking.
It
Now
only
we
cost you
talking.
an entire My Career character, but you got a good card.
That's okay. That's okay. You have to dwell in the positive.
On the bright side, he's different than your other cards, which is
Yeah.
more than I could say for the first 15 minutes of this episode.
DeAndre Ayton,
That was something
Yanti.
solid, man.
Yeah, no, he can't. But my team better than that already. He don't even play
Yeah.
on my team.
Maybe,
Oh,
yeah.
But see, this is but Eastwick's baller was right. He if you're going for the completionist, this is the best pack because you get less dupes and you
Yeah.
add more cards to the, to the whatever. But the dupes aren't that bad because you can go to the market at the auction house and use the MT to buy players that you want. So
Yeah.
it's kind of goes either way.
I like how you finding a silver lining on your
You
hard headed.
got to. You have to. Oh, I got a Joel Embiid. He'll play on my team for right now. Yeah, he'll play. He'll play. He'll play. Oh yeah, these cards. I got a Diamond Nick Nurse. I bet you that goes for a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That goes for a lot. He gets a +5 all and to let's see. Man, Alvin Gentry looked like he finna backslap somebody. Didn't I tell you to be on the low block? Didn't I tell you to be on the low block? Pimp named Alvin said be on the low block.
That's how he gonna look when he's trying to get somebody to hit a jump shot this year.
I understand. I'm telling you, man.
Who on that team can hit a jump shot? Everybody talking about how fun they're gonna be. Ain't nobody can shoot
Drew
outside
Holiday.
the 17 feet.
Drew Holiday is
He ain't gonna be there. He gonna be wherever Chris Paul gonna be.
maybe. This dude has the best name in the NBA, Admiral Schofield.
That is a pretty cool name.
It's pretty freaking
That's
cool.
Pretty cool name.
It's pretty freaking cool. Those are my favorite Kyries, the Kyrie 4s right there. My favorites. My favorites of all of them. All right. Now I want a favorite card.
What you think middle school was like when your name is Admiral?
Man.
You know what I mean?
Should have been admirable. Oh my God! JJ Redick. Eastwick's ball is right. JJ Redick can hit a jump shot on that team.
Oh yeah. They got JJ. That's right.
Yeah. Bam out of Bayou got a pretty cool name too. If your name is Bam, if you named after onomatopoeia, this is going to be.
They knew he was going to dunk on a lot of people. They somehow
knew he was going to be big or something. Montrezl Harrell, one of my favorite players.
JJ Redick gonna run a 10K every game playing with that team.
He gonna have to. Oh, we got a Ruby Brett Brown, Darius Bays. Man, Darius Bays does look like he is Marcus Camby's baby, don't he?
He does look like Marcus Camby.
A lot like Marcus Camby. Kelly Olynyk looked like Tyne Daly. I mean, y'all got to be old to even know who Tyne Daly is. All right, let's see. Tyne Daly was, I don't know if she was Cagney or Lacey. She was one of them. I can't remember which one it was.
Oh, you out here.
Lonzo.
There we go.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything. He won't play on my team, but maybe somebody will buy it because they have ball.
Yeah, I think that Lonzo got like an 80 ball control too.
That ain't what you want. What we got here? Miles Plumlee starting to look like somebody's uncle.
That's a tough picture.
Yeah, it is, man. He's starting like somebody's uncle. Let's see what else we got. Here we go. Come with it. Dwayne Dedman. We got Jim Boylan. That's about the 5th time I've got him, but we got him anyway. All right, now that he's getting super weak. Okay, Theo Pinson. I think I got Monty Williams already. Hey, man, I'm going to tell y'all, them air up tempos are horrible. I hated them when they came out. I hate them now. I hate them forever.
Sometimes a shoe is just ugly.
Yeah.
That's an ugly shoe.
I remember Sunday Adebayo. I didn't know that was his kid. Sunday Adebayo, I want to say he played for Arkansas.
Oh, really?
Wow, yeah. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think that's who. I didn't know that was his kid. I guess I kind of should have known that, but yeah, I didn't know that was his kid. Who we got? Oh, okay, Diamond Andre Drummond. I don't know if he's gonna play, but it's still good. I got 47 Monty Williams. I mean, we got Monty Williams multiplicity in here. It's just a lot going on.
So as a my team player, do you like 5v5 more, or do you prefer the triple threat?
I like the quick hitting aspect of triple threat.
Yeah.
But I think My Team Unlimited is a more challenging, more, especially this year. My Team Unlimited this year actually plays far more realistic than My Team did last year. But that might be for right now until all of the juiced up characters come out. But I still
Mm-hmm.
think it'll be a little bit more realistic this year just because the game is just a little bit more realistic from a uh like people like your team is probably going to shoot like a real life field goal percentage in
Mm-hmm.
this year's game. You know, it's like you're not going to have a bunch of teams like if two people can play, you have no business shooting 65% from the field.
Yeah. So speaking of how realistic the game is, what do you think of the game post Mike Lang's speed updates?
I think it's a little too fast, but
Yeah.
it's I don't think he broke it, but I liked it better the way it was.
That's where I am. I'm like, this feels better than 2K19 with the second tuning update,
Yeah.
but not as good as when it launched. When I was like, this is a really, really refreshing basketball experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Sir Jam said he played against Sunday Adebayo in JUCO. He said he almost ripped his goal down. You know, we played against Ronnie Fields, who Ronnie against Farragut, Ronnie Fields and Kevin Garnett. And I say it that way because back then, at first, Ronnie Fields was a bigger high school player than Kevin Garnett. Ronnie Fields was insane. Now he was like 15 years old as a freshman, but he was insane. Like he was built like a grown man at 15 years old. And he had 5 dunks in the first half against us, broke the rim in the big gym, and they had to finish the game in the girls' gym because
Mm.
it was amazing. He's the most amazing prep leaper I've ever seen.
Hmm.
Like it was crazy. He made me think of that when he talked about the JUCO situation. Justice Winslow. You know, I actually used to think Justice Winslow was his game was going to be a lot like Jimmy Butler's. I thought that, but I think he like Jimmy Butler did this, and Justice Winslow just kind of stayed there, and Jimmy Butler just kept doing this.
Well, I actually disagree with saying Winslow stayed there. Low key, he went from looking like he was just going to be a complete role player, almost like a Stanley Johnson in a way, where it's just
Mm-hmm.
like you just
Yeah.
come in and defend a little bit, go away.
Mm-hmm.
But he turned into a point guard, a big point guard, and they started to play really well with him at that size,
Yeah, I
at
saw
that
that
position.
last year. Yeah.
So that's a whole new path for him. So he's still a relatively young player. I think the jury's out on what he'll turn out to be. But last year was a really really big year for him.
Yeah, he played better last year, but I think there's a huge gap because I remember when he came out, he Jimmy Butler was a player comp that I saw with him. I was like
Mm-hmm.
similar body styles. I think that they defense first minded kind of guys from the beginning. The offense comes next, but it didn't his game didn't progress as quickly as I thought it would. And he's also not quite as explosive of an athlete as Jimmy is. And Jimmy's not like blazing fast, but Jimmy has a in close
Mm-hmm.
that Justice Winslow doesn't quite have. Cam says his aunt dated KG when he was at Farragut. She went to Whitney Young. I went to Hyde Park, so that's South Side, Chicago South Side. Y'all know where we at. Yeah, y'all know where we at, baby. You know where we at. What? Let's see. Bro Matt says, let's talk about how redonkulous it would have been if Will Chamberlain would have got to play like Shaq style without having to worry about a bunch of offensive fouls. Jeez. Yeah, Will Chamberlain is the biggest what if player ever. Andre Robertson. Andre Robertson still dating Rachel Demita.
I don't know.
Yeah, and there's Terry Rozier the third and my 57th Lloyd Pierce. All right, so we got a ton of duplicates, and we are going to sell all of these suckers because they don't bring anything. All right, so I like that pack. I did. I'm up to a 4-star recruit right now,
And
and
how many do you need? What do you need to get up to?
I'm already past the part to get the. I can make my own uniforms now,
Okay.
so I'm that part I'm good at. Now you know what they do still have to fix. one of the rewards was supposed to be a Emerald Dana Barrows, and nobody got it. Like I didn't get it,
Mm,
and Junior didn't get it, and Robbie Hart, Two Brothers Gaming, who works for 2K, works on my team, said that they were working on it, but I still haven't gotten it. So
mhm.
I'm waiting on that to get that. That would be nice. They take a long time to sell your cars. It's something like one at a time, like some little man at the flea market or something. All right, so let's get this box again and see what they're talking about. Um, I told y'all this was gonna be a massive pack opening. 60 packs is already. Nas Reed, DeAndre Bembry, Dwayne Casey said, "Chill, don't fire me again," and then go and win an NBA Finals. Let's see, Ruby. Who is this Ruby? Carl Anthony Towns. Okay, okay, okay.
It's a solid cat.
Not too bad.
I
Not too
wonder what
bad.
his speed rating is this game. It was an 80 last game. That is.
A little bit much. Isaiah Hartenstein. I got a red ball. Uh, I don't like those gimmick balls. Jordan Poole. Yeah, Eastwick's baller was right. This is the right box. There's Marcus Camby Jr. Let's see.
I actually looked at his name like there was Marcus Camby Jr. and he was old enough to play in the league.
Right. He said I think Mills was playing with Dana last night, 3v3 mode. Let's see.
Marcus Camby's a little bit of a what if player, at least for me as a Knicks fan, because we were pretty good when he was healthy, man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The team when Patrick Ewing got hurt and they
Yeah,
went all the way to the finals. That
yeah.
was an interesting team. You know what's so strange about that team? That was a team of this era back then.
Oh yeah, oh
You
yeah.
know, because they didn't have a traditional big. They had a long, athletic big who could defend on the perimeter, rebound and defend close to the basket. And it was a perimeter-oriented ball movement kind of an offense. You know,
Two
Spreewell and
wings,
Allen
really
Houston.
talented wings. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just only thing I just wish we'd had a better point guard.
yeah. It was who was it? Charlie Ward or was it?
We had was Charles gone by that point? It was just Ward.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The the dude that threw JoJo English on the scores table at the Bulls game. It wasn't Derek Harper. No, it wasn't Derek Harper.
No, no. It was past Derek Harper. Was it? When did Chris Childs leave?
Right after he stuck Kobe.
Yeah. That, that sucker punch.
Yeah, well, he got him.
Um, it was Charlie Ward and
Oh, look at D Johnson quoting Dana Barrow's rap lyrics from that album. I forgot the name of the album. It had nothing but ballers with songs on it. Like Kobe Bryant had a wax song on it. Jason Kidd had a song on it. Dana Barrows and Allen Iverson had the best songs on that album. I can't remember what the name of the album was though. It was an album with nothing but basketball players and rap and with with hip hop tracks. And I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure D Johnson remembers. Oh my God! Somebody got to tell me. I can't remember it. I can't remember it. These are Books and Music who y'all running y'all franchise with on 2K20. Books. I don't know. Are you doing in my league?
I am most likely doing in my league. Almost
Okay.
definitely. Because it plays so much better than my career.
Yeah.
Like even on player lock, like it
Yes.
plays so much better. Like I couldn't believe it. I really
Yeah.
couldn't believe like
See, I
how
think that's a lot of the reason why the offline people aren't complaining as much.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, my career plays horribly. I don't know why I don't know how much you've played, but the constant double teams, the pressure in you at half court, even the way like certain aspects of how your teammates play,
Yeah.
it's really rough, man. I don't know why they tuned my career like that.
Yeah. I don't know who did that, but it's
That person definitely. I hope they're calling that person out because even though a lot of people play my career, it's to the point where people unanimously don't enjoy my career.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I'm a my career guy. Like that's the mode I used to like the most since I was a 2K9. I guess they first started doing it.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of being a quarterback in Madden, right? Like even though
Yeah.
technically you run with the receiver and you can run with the running back, when you play quarterback, you're practically playing my career, right?
Right.
Because so much of what's on the field is automated. That's how it felt to me, and it more reminded me of playing basketball, because when I play basketball, I don't control 5 people. I just do
Exactly.
the best I can,
Yeah.
and then um, whatever happens, happens. You know what I thought about doing for? I probably should wait till after the show, but maybe the chat could give their feedback about what I thought about doing for my league. I
You,
thought, I
go
thought
ahead. Go
what?
ahead. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me.
No,
Tell me.
what you gonna say? What you
I
got?
was gonna say. No, I want you to tell me because my thought is going to go to a different direction almost.
Okay, I was thinking of doing the resurrection of Derrick Rose.
See, Wesley, click the button. Hit the
No,
button.
no, seriously.
Hit, hit the button.
What I would do is ideally I would create young Derrick Rose and stick him on a team. I would give him like a different name. Like I always used to do that. Like he'd be like a cousin or something like that. So I might just call him Martell Rose.
Oh, oh, oh. That,
I was thinking of giving him a different name, like
no.
like Bobby Flowers. Even though there's no reason for y'all to both have flower names. And yeah, I would just recreate Derrick Rose and put him on a team, and keep him healthy and see if I could win a championship
Don't say stuff about him.
with today's Bulls.
No. Okay, so that's a horrible idea. So what? What I'm doing, and I talked about this already. I started the series up already. It's called Franchise Fiction, and I'm
Yeah, I saw that.
recreating the entire league. New teams, new players, everything. New logos. I got a guy, it's Alpha Graphics, the best 2K graphic artist I've seen. He made all my logos. I'm talking about these logos are fly, like for real, for real. Like, dude, if I showed you one of these logos that this dude did, you'll be like, oh wow, like
Yo,
for
real
real.
quick, Eastwick Paula said, "Name him LeCarrick Rose." I don't know why that's so brilliant.
This
That's
is why
fantastic.
I don't have conversations with you guys because you're horrible people and you do you
Hey, it can save you 100,000 VC, man. You just listen to people.
he did. Now that I will say, I must admit that he did do that because
Cam Powell said, "Name him Bees the Knees, bro."
see, this is it. This is what I mean. This is the problem that I have
Bees
with
the
all of y'all.
Knees, Rose.
It's
Yo, that
it's
is genius.
it's too much. It's too much. I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek of one of the logos that I'm using for Franchise Fiction. So this is gonna be one of the team names and logos. Look at this. How fly is that?
Yeah,
Look at
that's a
that,
great one with the Motown callback.
dude. Because I told him, I said I wanted to look like a Motown record, but I wanted to be called the Detroit Rhythm. And he took exactly what I told him and literally put that joint out there like that. It's oh
Yeah,
my god,
I love the map. That's dope.
man, the dude is good, man.
That's
The
really
dude,
cool.
like, and I mean, he did this just based off of me giving him, some verbal instruction kind of stuff. Like, it is it's dope, man. It's
Only thing I'd have done to that logo, just off the top of my head,
what's that?
artistically, is because it is a basketball team and records have the opening in the middle. I would
Yeah,
have had the basketball, like half a basketball on the map side of it.
right. Because then at that point, then it's only it's clearly a basketball logo and
Correct.
not
Yeah.
this one is fire too. This is the last one I'm gonna show you.
They
This
got it
one,
all deep.
look at that. Look at
Yeah,
that.
that's awesome.
Oh, I love it. But then, like you said, I could see maybe making this circle in the back of basketball. Yeah, 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 yeah. Fly though, just fly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Eastwood's Ball said that's hard, man. I'm telling you, I can't wait. But Cam Powell, me and you, we're not talking for about 5 minutes. That's just it. We are. So I got a Victor Oladipo on there. That was pretty nice. Oh, we got a diamond. I mean, oh no, it's a coach. Oh, but CJ's good. CJ's good.
Yeah,
CJ's
CJ. I gotta figure out CJ's jump shot, because I figured out Dame's jump shot and I was killing with him, and CJ couldn't hit nothing.
I need to figure out Carmelo's jump shot because I had a
Really?
Carmelo free. This year is different, man. It's got an extra little,
Oh, I wonder if they changed
thing
his
on it.
base, because usually his is one of the best in the
Yeah,
game.
usually is. That's why I was happy because usually you can shoot with him well, but this year's got an extra little something on the end. I'm getting good cards now, though. These are
Here's a quick my career tip for you guys. All of the popular bases are the ones you should go with, but what you do at the top is obviously up to you. Elfrid Payton has a really, really nice upper release in terms of visual cue for your
Yeah.
My Career character. I think it's 81.
Hmm.
And he pulls it right behind his head. Now, a lot of the shots, when you line them up and they pull it back, there's like a second where it's back and you can't tell when you should press it. And you have to, it takes a long time to find out exactly where it is because they're stuck in the same animation. He's only stuck in his green light animation for a couple of frames. So, you know, it's really easy to get used to. What you got? You got another MB.
And
Oh, you got
I
Jimmy.
got your boy.
Jimmy Buckets, your boy.
I got your boy.
Chicago's finest.
Yes. Hey, y'all, I meant to tell y'all. I don't even know if I told y'all this. So I've been really, doing some stuff with my diet and the exercise. So I've lost 20 pounds in 5 weeks.
Huge
So
congrats.
yeah, I went from 273 to 253. So I'm going down to 235. So I just said that because I turned my head to the side and I was like, "Ooh, I don't have as many chins.
Isn't that a nice feeling when you look in the mirror? You're like, "Hey,
I don't have
where'd
as
you
many
go?"
chins. Yeah, I don't have as many chins as I did. So that's good. And we just got this former 76er dynamic duo there. Yeah, see, Eastwick's baller. Sometimes he say good stuff. Bradley Beal. Okay, 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 okay. I see you. I see you.
So they released a recent player ranking. I forgot who it was, but it was somebody relatively sanctioned, and they had Chris Paul at 21 and Bradley Beal at like 47 or something.
Wow,
What do you think about Chris Paul being ranked ahead of Bradley Beal in 2020?
I don't know, man. I don't
Randolph
know.
Truitt, Drake Key, what up, y'all?
I appreciate you, Cam Powell. Thank you, sir. What's going on, Randolph Truitt? I don't know, man. I hesitate to disrespect Chris Paul like that and say that, oh, there's no way in the world he's better than Bradley Beal because it's still Chris Paul. But it's tough. It's tough saying where he is right now um, with the injuries. It's tough really making that determination. So if all he has to give is what we saw in the final postseason series last year. If that's all he has to give, then no, he's not better than Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I think that's the overwhelming thing, Chris Paul. Like nobody's questioning that historically he's had a better career than Bradley Beal so far.
Yeah, no, I don't even mean that. I mean just like year before last, right? Right before he got hurt in the postseason, he was the way he was playing. There's no way in the world Brad Beal's better than that Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he
But that's a
played,
year ago.
yeah, it's a year ago. But see, I just don't know. Yeah, of course, starting the team today absolutely is Brad Beal because of he's younger, Drake Key. But what I'm saying is, with what Chris Paul has left in the tank right now, I don't know what that is yet. Right? I think I need to see him come out playing pissed off as a reluctant member of the Oklahoma City Thunder and see how he plays.
You think he's gonna do better than 25, 5 and 5, or whatever Beal average?
I don't know if he'll do better than that statistically, but if he can make the guys around on that team better than and average 17, 8, and 2 in the process.
Well,
then
that's worse than Bradley Beal. Though. Like Bradley Beal is a legitimate second scoring option. You
He is
know.
a legitimate second scoring option. He's a pretty good rebounder for a guard, and he's
Mhm.
also a pretty good facilitator for somebody who is a
He
primary
is
scorer.
very
He is
good.
a pretty good, but I still don't know that if Chris Paul can look like Chris Paul and average 17 points, 8 assists, and 2 steals, and shoot 38% from three. I still don't know that Brad Beal is a more effective player than Chris Paul is.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul's availability has gone down so much, and there's two kinds of availability, right? There's like when you show up to play at all, and then there's you're here, but you can't give us the same thing every night. And from what Chris Paul has showed us all last year, he can't give you the same thing every night. Some
Right.
nights he gonna be old Chris Paul, and some nights he gonna be old Chris Paul. And Bradley Beal is always Bradley Beal. So for that reason alone, Bradley Beal is better.
Yeah.
And again, even though I think Chris Paul at his peak is obviously a better player than Bradley Beal has been at his peak, which has been very short because he's peaking now. It's not like they're worlds apart. Bradley Beal is a second tier shooting guard. and Chris Paul was, I want to say a first tier point guard, but I don't know if I would 100% get behind that because I always felt that peak Steph and peak Westbrook were better than he was.
Yeah, I don't think peak Westbrook is better than peak Chris
I mean,
Paul.
they played against each other, and Westbrook was just too much. It was the same. Westbrook was just too big and too strong. Chris
Yeah,
Paul was more efficient, like across the board, but Westbrook's teams did better, and Chris Paul had a good team.
yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't say that peak Westbrook is better than peak Chris Paul. I will say peak Steph Curry is better than peak Chris Paul simply because the guy literally changed the league. Literally, he played a huge role in changing the league. His 1A weapon was so strong that it changed everything, and
Hmm.
he didn't suck enough in any other area to
Well,
make
no,
it
well,
where
people, Curry's a good passer. He's not a bad passer. In fact,
right.
I think it's egregious that he only has bronze diamond. He
Yeah,
definitely should have
I think it's
silver
a
diamond.
good.
He should definitely
Yeah,
have silver diamond in
I
his
don't
game.
know. I think bronze feels right for him with Dimer,
Oh, bronze.
just
If you
because
look at the players who
yeah.
have silver above him,
Well, there's probably some people that don't deserve that either. But in the way I look at it, I think he's a bronze dimer because I think they give out too many of those badges to too many people. Like last year, Kyrie Irving had like bronze or silver chase down block.
that's crazy.
Like, come on, man.
But when
But
Steph Curry is the actual point guard, I mean, he's averaged 8 assists,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think his badges should be penalized for style of play when he, as a passer, is still a great passer. It's not like his passing has diminished. It's just that their scheme, he has had the ball in his hands as a distributor less and allowed Draymond to take over those duties while he, as a shooter, has done more. If a guy averages 8 assists a game, he should definitely have more than Bronze Diamond.
Well, see, I think I I hear that, but I also look at stuff like how many turnovers does he have that comes from errant passes, and that's one of the things. Like I looked up this, I forget which stat reference it is. They break down the turnovers and how the turnovers came. Like some guys get a lot of missed dribble turnovers, right?
Mhm.
Other guys get bobble pass turnovers, and then there's some guys who get a lot of bad pass turnovers. Steph gets a lot of bad pass turnovers. And that's the reason why I
But
said,
dimer doesn't affect you having bad passes. Dimer affects your good passes.
right, it's about, right. So that is true because now you have to then talk about what is the definition of the badge,
So
right?
I would say you take down his pass accuracy,
Yes,
but you put the
yes.
dimer up.
No, I can
I
agree with
think
that.
that's fair.
I can
Uh,
agree with that. I
somebody
can
said
agree
Randall True said peak Paul is a true point guard. I'd like to address this a little bit. We need to at some point address the fact that the point guard position has changed. Point guards shoot better. They're more athletic. Like they're bigger sometimes. Point guard it has as a role overall. The way the game is played overall. This whole idea of a quote unquote floor general. I'm not saying it's not valuable, but the idea that it is the definition of what a point guard should be is ridiculous. And I think that the thing that happened to Chris Paul is almost like we talked about guys like BJ Penn, where the sport changed on him a little bit. If Chris Paul was in the 90s, he would be easily one of the greatest point guards of all time. Like if you took both Chris Paul and Steph Curry and put them into like 1995, I think Chris Paul is a better player in that system, in that environment than Steph Curry. But
Steph Curry's they would make Steph Curry be a two guard.
they would have to because with the hand checking, Steph Curry can't do a lot of stuff that he can do now. Like if
Yeah.
you watch those old games, there are players who are nearly as talented as Steph. If you look at their whole body of work, that could not play like Steph because of
Yeah.
the rules, right? Like they were just you had to bring the ball to court with your back turned because they were grabbing you. They were allowed to grab you. They were allowed to hold you. So Chris Paul would have excelled in that. He's basically, Tim Hardaway meets Isaiah Thomas, right? In
Yeah.
that era, he has those skills to put together and just like do his thing. But he didn't come up in that era. He came up in the era where faster, more athletic, more shooty, more scory guards
Well,
were what
I
teams were
think
using.
he was in between actually. Because I think he was in between. I think that his prime was right on the end of that period where the
Yeah, for
pure point
sure.
guard was being, but then the second portion of his prime, if you will, kind of then blended into where these guys. You have the Steph Curry's type players, the Dame Lillard type players, those guys. So I think he kind of got caught in a little bit of a warp there because he
Yes.
crosses over between the two eras. All of that said, I think Chris Paul can play in any era. I think Chris Paul is been really the biggest thing, and the biggest detraction for Chris Paul is bad luck. I think
Well,
that
I don't
yeah,
agree with
I think it's bad luck because I feel like there's a lot of situations he's been in where had he not been injured, um, I think that his teams go farther than they went. I 100% believe that year before last, the Rockets were going to win the NBA Finals if he doesn't get hurt. They had Golden State beat. They had them beat. He got hurt game 6, and I firmly believe they win if he doesn't get hurt. He gets his ring because they would have beat Cleveland the same way Golden State beat Cleveland. And it didn't work out. And then there was another year where the Clippers were really good, and maybe they don't win it all, but I think they go maybe a round further than they went. And then when he was with New Orleans, he was a really good player, but he wasn't surrounded by the type of talent that was championship level talent. That was an old Peja. David West has always been an athletically limited player. And Tyson
you.
Chandler wasn't even the same guy that he had turned out to be from a
Honestly, I
full
think
defensive standpoint.
If Tyson didn't get the turf toe, that he would have been fine in that whole situation. Like that, they had something nice going on. They just needed one more
They
player
needed
to replace
they needed
Page.
a younger version of Peja.
Yeah, yeah. If they had a younger version of Page, they'd have been in good shape. I think David West was awesome in that system. I don't think David West was one of the reasons they weren't like great. I
No,
think
I'm not
it was,
saying
it was everything around the people you just named. That was the
yeah,
problem.
I'm not saying he was a problem. What I'm saying is David West is limited athletically. That and he's not
So
and
was
he's
Tim
not,
Duncan.
yeah, but Tim Duncan's 6'11". David West has a
So
similar
was
game.
Draymond
He's
Green.
6'8". Draymond Green's not limited athletically.
Yes, he is.
Draymond Green is quick enough. He's bouncy enough, and he can handle the ball and he can pass. David West is a pick and pop scorer and an
But
anchor down.
he's also
And
very strong, and
that's
strength
what I was
is
gonna say. He's an anchor down low post defender. That's what he is. And I'm not saying that was a bad thing. What I'm saying is Chris Paul and David West is not a championship duo. If those are your two best players, you're not going to win a championship.
his MOP. No, I don't. Like I said, I don't think that the Charlotte Hornets losing was his fault. Or were the Pelicans
There was
already?
New Orleans Hornets.
Yeah, New Orleans Hornets.
By the way, that's an amazing pool I just got. These
Yeah,
league
what you got?
premium,
Okay.
yeah, these league premium packs, they cost $22,000, but you're guaranteed to get good stuff out of it.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, that's nice. And I'm auctioning off all of these
De'Aaron
already.
Fox, who I singularly blame for Team USA losing.
Oh my God, it was terrible. Oh, now that's another thing I planned on doing. Somebody's gonna steal my idea. I planned on doing the real Team USA my league, where I then had like the other other countries represented, or maybe just do it in a playoff series because you can
Mhm.
set up just a playoffs. And if the real Team USA went over, this is the team that it would have, and here is the German team, here is the Serbian team, and just kind of do a simulation with that.
Yeah.
That real Team USA's team, we already know it, but
But if you do that, you got to do it for the rest of the teams because certain things like Ben Simmons not playing for
oh
Australia.
no, I would. That's exactly what I would do.
Oh, okay, you do it
Ben
for
Simmons would
everybody.
be in Australia. I mean, it would, Serge Ibaka plays for Spain because
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a Spanish citizen, so he
Mm-hmm.
plays there. But yeah, it would be, yeah, I do it totally across the board, but it still wouldn't matter. I mean, it wouldn't matter, man. You got LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah. No,
Steph Curry.
It's,
It ain't gonna
it's the Steph factor. Clay is
oh,
being too much.
this is
Paul
gonna be nasty.
George.
It's
It'd
gonna
be
be
disgusting.
nasty. It's
Yeah,
gonna be nasty. So, and that's the thing about it. It's like you can say what you want, and yeah, maybe you can say that they shouldn't have lost, but
yeah, they should have.
I mean, some people feel like that. Remember what they're doing losing?
We didn't
Well,
have a backup point guard,
it's not 1992. That's the first thing.
and they ain't Jordan.
That's what I'm
And
saying. It's not
like,
1992.
yeah, like these. This wasn't even a C tier team. This was literally the Boston Celtics and Harrison Barnes. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's
Like that team, Team USA would have lost to the Golden State Warriors.
maybe I don't know, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I definitely have the Golden State Warriors of last year beating Team USA of this year. They probably would have lost to the Raptors and Milwaukee, to be quite honest.
Well, okay, we got DeMarcus Cousins. We got another Embiid. We got Pascal. Pascal Siakam is a problem in 2K. Just so everybody
Mhm.
knows, he's a
You know
problem.
who else is a problem?
Who is that?
Mitchell Robinson.
Oh, I believe it. I
That
haven't
boy is
played with
a
him.
freak in this game.
Oh,
He is.
I did play
I
with
might
him
join
once.
Knicks franchise just to play with Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, I did play. I did play with him. One of my first ones I played with, actually, when I did the MyGM episode on here.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando Teal says, Rudy Go. What's going on, Orlando? He said that Rudy Gobert was the best player on the floor. Oh, so they only let you buy so many. Now it's sold out. Look at that. Y'all
Oh,
suck.
party's over.
They suck. So I
Yeah,
got
let's
20.
get back into these pack openings. Let's see
I
what you're
got
doing.
20,000 VC left.
The cupboard is dry.
Yes, it
Right
is.
pocket's going down too.
Man, but I haven't done my auctions yet. So once
Yeah.
I do my auctions, I should have a lot of MT left. I guess we'll do some singles. Is that a deluxe pack? Yeah,
So, how would you rate your night so far?
actually, I think it's been pretty good. I mean, I got a lot of cool stuff from those premium packs. I
Yeah.
know my collector level is through the roof now for where I was. Oh, Kristaps.
There we
That's
go.
always good. I got a million contracts. Lord, I hope they get rid of contracts. I don't know why they didn't take it out this year, but Madden got rid of contracts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they need to get rid of the contracts. It's dumb. I'm actually rooting for Chris Kristaps. I'm looking forward to him. I hope he has a good year this year.
Yeah, I mean, they got the United Nations team over there, though, man. I'm trying to tell you, they got every country in the world represented. They
Some
got
teams always seem to gravitate towards, that
yeah,
sort of recruiting.
yeah,
Indiana,
yeah.
Spurs.
Steve Clifford. Is that my last? I think that's my. Yep, that's my last one. I'm
Are you
not buying a.
done?
I'm not buying a base pack. So look at this. My collector level is high, and I gotta set my lineup up. But I'm not gonna do it yet. I can create my own identity, and I got a Cedric Sabalas Sapphire.
I'll get the blindfold out.
10 tokens. We got Ruby Daryl Dawkins. That's good, and that's all I
So now that you just spent $50 worth of VC on my team,
got.
how would you rate that purchase?
Here's the thing. If I didn't have a YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way I would ever do that.
Yeah.
No way. No way. Because if I'm just being totally frank with y'all, my name's Brian, but I'm going to be frank. Uh, the only way I would play my team is without spending money.
Right.
I spend money on my team because you know, I plan to always monetize my YouTube channel. That's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's always my plan, right? But if that wasn't a plan, and this wasn't what, like, so and I'm not calling anybody crazy or anything, but I totally don't get the guys who sit at home by themselves and spend money on my team.
Spatial Jones is right now feeling personally attacked. So would you say that this is not necessarily a pay to win mode?
I don't think it's a pay to win mode. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
a pay to accelerate your lineup mode.
Right.
But
But if
I
you want to
think
grind,
but if you want to, but and then this year especially, there's so many things in the mode that you don't have to. There's so many ways to get MT. There's
mm-hmm.
so many ways to get cards, to get packs, where you don't have to spend to do it. You have to be a little patient, and you can't be trying to keep up with the Joneses. You can compete with the Joneses. You don't have to keep up with them,
Right.
because the thing of it is what happens is people get gassed up when they see a new card, right?
Mm-hmm.
New card, they want it. But if you really go and look at your lineup, you probably already have somebody who is really, really close to this card that you feel like you just gotta have
Mm-hmm.
if you've been playing regularly, right? But The thing is, people want the new, and when they see other people with the new, they like, oh, really? Oh no, no, I need that card too. But in actuality, you really don't need the card because you could, if you're better at the game than they are, you're gonna beat them anyway. So that's the thing about it. That's the thing that a lot of people just kind of don't believe. I think they just don't believe that that's. I didn't even see what that was. I hit it so quick I didn't even see what it was. Oh yeah, this is my uniform stuff.
So since it's not necessarily pay to win, it's more pay to accelerate. And if you're just zeroed in on, keeping up with people who spend money on packs, then maybe you have to pay to keep up with them. But
Yes,
for the most
yes,
part, you can enjoy yourself and grind out the mode and play at your pace. And when you build up your deck, you build up your deck. Would you
that's
say
how.
that the
Oh, they got
oh
Dana Bears. They gave me my Dana Barrows.
there you go.
Yeah,
Would you
yeah.
say that the outrage over the gambling stuff is even more overblown than we thought?
I think it's so overblown, man. I
Yeah.
think it's just people want to pile on because 2K's got some problems. This launch was rocky as Balboa, Joe. It was rocky, right? So people are like just piling on top of everything and just really, really just looking for a way to poke a hole at the game. And the game's got enough holes as it is. You don't have to create any. This is not gambling. There's no money being involved. I think some people saying that they're pushing gambling concepts to kids. Well, then they're like, this doesn't agree with the E rating according to ESRB. That's not true. I read the ESRB definition of an E rating to people, and it doesn't say anything about the fact that as long they talk about violence, they talk about crude humor, and they talk about language.
Hmm.
None of this has anything to do with that, so it just is what it is, man. Like I said, that's just me. But see, I'm a franchise mode gamer, right? I like my team. I think it's cool, but at some point in this my team journey, I kind of think I'm probably gonna fade off because if it gets as ridiculous as it got last year, it's gonna start turning me off.
Right.
you know but like right now, I think it's pretty cool because it does take some skill right now, you
Hmm.
know and it isn't like you're playing against super maxed out players across every position. Like yeah, it got to a point last year where they just kept making everybody a Galaxy Opal. I'm like, okay, dude, like
Hmm.
this is not what I want, but I know why they did it, because they wanted to keep the microtransaction money flowing, and I ain't mad at them. Get your money. I get it. I can just choose not to participate anymore at
Right.
some point when I get ready. And that's what I did. And when it got to the point where I just didn't dig it anymore, I was like, nah, not for me anymore. So, you know, just is what it is.
So overall, how you feeling about 2K? I actually really like the game. I didn't panic too much over the early problems because 2K
Yeah,
has always launched with early problems. That's not an
absolutely.
excuse. People think that's an excuse, and I'm saying it's okay. It's the
No,
difference between knowing something's going to happen, and I've watched them flub a launch over and over and over again every single year, have something wrong with the game, and quite frankly, a lot of it not patchable in past years, or when something wasn't working, it was the whole game not working in past
hmm
years. That wasn't the case this year.
right.
This year there was a few things here and there that clearly need to be taken care of. In a couple of days, they took care of it. Look, I'm sorry. I'm just, I've been through this enough times that that's not that big of a deal to me.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I would agree. I would agree. I would also agree that this Tim Duncan is going for a little bit more than I thought. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to put him up for. Looks like the lowest I saw was like 42,000. So I think I will put mine on sale for 45,000. Get right there in the middle. Um, 45,000. Well, no, we on.
Sergey M asks, if you make a 6-7 player, downhill will be a must. I wouldn't go as far as to say it'll be a must. Hall of Fame quick first step is the true must of your character, but I do think downhill will help. But keep in mind that fast break situations in this game don't usually come down to the person with the most speed running down the court necessarily. A lot of times it'll be the person guarding, the sharps at the top who's going to get down court the fastest. And the speed differentials, while they are better than 2K19, they're still not to the point where it should be, where if a person who has like a 99 speed is running next to somebody with 50 speed, that they completely dust them. There still seems to be a little bit of like need for speed, rubber banding, and catch up stuff, and animations that speed you up and stuff like that. So I'm not saying it's not a bad badge to get, but if there's other badges that you want ahead of that badge, I think silver downhill is probably good enough for you. But the good news is when you make a pure playmaker build, you can get as many playmaking badges you want. I don't recommend that style, but if you get 15 to 23, you're going to have some badges you can flip around. And there's certain badges that we're finding out might be completely irrelevant. Like the jury's out on tight handles, ankle breakers a wash, like it's a complete waste of a badge. And in this game, you don't need to break ankles to get past people. So
Nope.
even if ankle breaker was good, I think it's more for show than for quality. I
Absolutely.
think with people having struggled shooting, Hall of Fame dimer and like a gold floor general is going to get net you more wins than ankle breaker by far. So it's stuff like that that I would say to look at when you're making your build. You running down court, listen, being 6'7", and you're going to have, I think that character gets an 88 speed. So when you upgrade, when you get to say 97 overall, that means you have a 90 speed at 6'7". Whoever can keep up with you is not going to be able to stop you from scoring. Like all other characters that would chase you down would be smaller than you. So you're still going to be able to hop dunk on top of those characters. So, that's my take on the downhill issue. Somebody asked, will I still be doing build videos? I think I am going to do a big man build video. I was waiting for the game to come out to see if the 7-3 issue was changed. It is not changed. 7-3 is the best center size. So now I can talk about big men as a whole, because people mistakenly thought they would be making their 6'10 centers, and that's nuts. Don't do that.
You know what I really wish? You see this screen right here? Well, no, not even this one. Not even this one. Um, this screen right here, right? Well, I've already sent all of this stuff here to auction, right?
Yeah.
I should be able to check what each, I should be able to look at like the going rate for the auction house right now, right here. Like I should be able to click a button without leaving here and just like hover over or hit triangle or something, and it should put up highest buy it now price, lowest buy it now price currently on the auction block.
hmm
I shouldn't have to come all the way out of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because right after you do a big pack opening, you probably do have a bunch of cards to auction. So it's kind of a weird kind of a, interface for you to have to leave all the way out. That's why putting stuff up on the auction takes so long.
hmm Low key, I think 2K's interface issues are some of their bigger issues this year. There are a few menus that I think they just flubbed, that certain options aren't available for one reason or another, or getting to something is like super weird, or like you said, you have this kind of thing. There's a lot of those issues in this game. And I don't know if it's because that's one of the things you do at the end of a cycle. I'm
Yeah,
literally saying I don't know. I'm not claiming that that's the case.
right.
But yeah, like this no name issue everybody's having. The only reason people in their My Players don't have names is because there's no menu to change your name, and there was one last year. And
Yeah.
I can't think of any good reason that a name change wouldn't remain in the game.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it's weird though because I don't know what happened this year. Like because and you know what's so funny is this year is so weird because if you pay attention to the developers, the 2K developers this year leading up to the game, and you paid attention to people who got a chance to play the game early and all of that. I've been around this game and been around enough launches of this game to know when the developers are super confident about the game that's coming out,
hmm
right? This year they seemed super confident, like they knew they nailed this sucker, right? This is the way it seemed. And they didn't even have this super early launch. No, they didn't have that at all. Everybody got the game on the same day. and yet it still released with as many or more problems than I've ever seen it come out with. It's crazy.
Okay, so my answer to that would be I think their confidence was justified
Oh yeah, yeah. On one hand,
on right because design. I mean, this is once everything is taken care of and smoothed out. This is probably my favorite 2K on this generation
oh
as
yeah,
as a basketball game,
yes,
right?
yes, yeah.
Now, the thing that will hold it back is that the my career gameplay is so bad, and the problem with that is there. It's not like I can ignore my career because that is the fastest way to level up your character. So it's tied to three other modes, right? And on top of that, my career is a mode I like anyway. So that's much worse than 16. The story wasn't super great or interesting in any way. So I think if you're not playing Park and Pro Am, my career is like it's like one of the worst my careers ever because of the gameplay.
Mhm.
But everything around it, like my league, quick play, my team, in Park Pro Am, that stuff is like at an all-time high. The
Mhm.
way the AI, like the plays and stuff like that offensively, I'm with you that they need some a little bit of a tweak to the big men going after offensive rebounds.
Yes.
Your guys just stand there sometimes, like
Yeah.
literally just watch the ball. Uh,
Dominant big. I'm talking about dominant rebounding bigs. Just stand there and look at it.
stand there. I like Montrezl Harrell, like sitting there just
Yeah.
looking at the ball, while the CPU guy, opens up a Doctor Strange portal and jumps through
Right.
it and lands on top of the basketball. Like they need to fix that stuff. But overall, when I talk about and the thing I want to bring up here because we haven't like done a review of 2K on this channel, I'm waiting for. I was waiting for all of this stuff to get hashed out a little bit, but I do want to do at least a my career review here.
Yeah.
But as a basketball game, I haven't felt the joy of playing 5v5 basketball since like two. I want to say 2K16 was the
Hmm.
last time I could just. Honestly, I don't even know if all generation, my favorite mode to play would probably be either my career or multiplayer.
Hmm.
This time, playing the 5v5, I feel like I'm transported back to 2K8. You know what I'm saying? Well, like see who's 2K8 and 2K8, where all I care about is my team and my franchise. Like when I was playing as Steve Nash versus the Golden State Warriors, I was playing the Suns versus the Warriors. I wasn't playing. I'm a point guard trying to get my stats. I'm trying to momentum dribble to like dunk on people or get threes or anything like that. It was really just trying to dissect what best part of my offensive game plan would be most effective against the computer's game plan.
And that's the way it's supposed to be.
It felt so good. Like I almost like legit was just like, man, I could literally quit my career in Pro Am and Park and play this year and like
Yeah. A lot of
enjoy
people
it.
do that. A lot of people do not play my career. They would prefer to get that same experience by just doing a my league and doing play a lot.
Yeah, and I think you know what I'm thinking of doing. Okay, so the way my PlayStation is set up, my YouTube is tied to my main account, and I would have to untie my YouTube from my main account, and I have my own personal channel there.
Hmm.
On my alternate account, where I can't get VC because there's no credit card attached, um, I might do a My League on that account that I used to stream for At Me Bro, and
Okay.
just have kind of a no VC 2K experience. How long does it take to build a character? How hard is it? How is my league? Maybe even my team, and just do a no VC version of the game.
Yeah. Yeah. That Boogie Cousins is not a good card, but I'm going the completionist route, and let's see where we are now. Let's see. I don't want to really tweak my lineup yet because I got a bunch of MT coming from auctions, but my collector level, what is that? I need like 23 more cards to get to this 15 token dump, which is going to get me 5 more cards from the Emerald set, and this 7500 MT is good. But you know what? This I think somebody mentioned this. This triple threat offline is really cool.
Hmm.
It wasn't working at first, right? But it's really cool because this vault thing that they have is like fantastic. This is not a good triple threat team. I need somebody that can shoot. De'Aaron Fox has an A- 3-point.
You
Oh
you
my,
ain't watched that boy last year?
yeah, but A-, that seems a little high.
Didn't he shoot like high 30s?
It was like 36, 37, I
That's
think.
A minus. They give you a B minus for like 31% shooting.
I think that's my biggest issue is I grade differently, man. Like I grade much harder than a lot of like what they're doing. Uh-oh, here we go. Reveal. See, this is so dope. It's random, right? And you don't know which three cards you're playing against.
Yeah.
So this is cool, man. Ooh, ooh,
Are you
ooh.
about to play again? Are you playing offline?
Yeah. Ooh, look, this is what I'm doing. This is what y'all decided to give me.
Hmm.
Amethyst and stuff jumping off.
You're throwing that.
Yeah.
You're rubbing your nose in that Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Junior got Cliff Hagan today. Yeah, Cliff Hagan's like one of the biggest rewards you can get. Seeing
So
Carmel.
Mazik, how would you
Yeah.
describe your my team, your triple threat style? Let's start with triple threat.
Triple threat style is honestly, I don't really have a style. I generally do whatever is going to work for the team that I have and the guys I'm playing against, right?
Mhm.
Uh, I mean, triple threat offline is almost totally different than triple threat, online because the people play. Oh wow, people people play differently, than the CPU. Honestly, triple threat offline to me is a little harder than triple threat online. I mean, triple threat is yes harder than triple threat online because the people make a lot of mistakes and they play triple threat very impatiently,
Mhm.
and because they play impatiently, a lot of times, you know, it gets them. It's easy to take advantage of them because they like, okay, I'm tired of passing the ball. I'm about to do something stupid, and it's like, okay, good, because now that's a bad shot, and I'm going the other way.
Yeah.
That's my bad. This Mellow is he moves pretty quickly.
Was that Young Mello? Young Mello was
Yeah,
pretty quick.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I don't have a problem with it. This is a mismatch here. Oh, how in the world did Henry Bibby take away his dribble? You take that with you. I like the, you know what I like? I like the chatter on triple threat when they
Yeah.
like, yeah, yeah, keep firing, Timmy. Come in here. Now see that now that's one difference though. Triple threat offline, the computer will try to finish contested layups a lot more, and so you get blocks on that a lot more.
Yeah.
People kind of know not to do that.
Mhm.
And see, this is a torture chamber. He's a torture chamber. Oh no, that's Larry Nance. They switched. Okay, I thought that was Henry Bibby again. They switched it to Larry Nance. Oh, see, now they weren't making that. Oh, and he greened it. Okay, I don't know what difficulty this is on, but Melo hasn't missed.
I mean, he was wide open.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm used to playing with people. You know how many
Yeah.
times I watch people miss that?
I'm just, for the
Oh
scouting.
my God, he lost that. You're a liar. You're a liar. Oh, he better not make that.
Oh, this 2K, man. You know you can't pump fake into somebody's belly button. The belly button has 99 still.
You ain't lying. Bump still sit. Here we go. We got the mismatch we wanted.
Yo, chat, what y'all think of Mazik's gameplay?
They love it. They know I'm the beast. Look at it. I like to run. You know what I do like to run? I like to run the screen and roll and create the mismatch.
Mhm.
So if I have like, because like this team, oh man, get that out of here. My mama said I can't have no company.
That's a good block. That's a good block.
I told him don't bring that in here.
Yeah, Eastwood Baller said he needs some work. Look at Eastwood Baller being nice. What advice would you give Mazik? See, I don't play this
Talking
mode,
about
so I
wait.
can't do the Mortal Kombat where I could just fix everything for him.
Oh my God.
And even if I could, I probably wouldn't, because if he
Wait.
saw me playing this mode, he would want to play me on here, and I
Yeah.
have to beat him up in front of you
No. Yeah.
guys.
You know what? We
I don't
gonna
do
play.
that.
We gonna play 5-on-5v5 so that you can't have it. It can't be a situation where you don't have a good enough team or none of that. We can't do none of that. Give me that. You ain't saying that's correct. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I understand. He's on crack. This is crack mellow. because he is not missing anything.
Have you tried defending him?
I was just on him.
Y'all heard his voice pitch up?
I was just on him. Give me that, baby.
Even McBall says, slow down, lay off the turbo. That's an interesting suggestion. He does seem to be a little hurried.
What are you talking about? I'm not on the turbo.
Okay. It's a little fast, baby.
See, that was defense there. I mean, that was good fake. Okay. Hey,
Speaking of defense, Sam Pham put out an excellent. Oh, by the way, hit the like button, guys. Much appreciated for that, and much appreciated for everybody rocking with us tonight for this pack opening. How do y'all feel Mazik did with the pack opening?
I think I did fantastic.
You did pretty good. You did pretty good the second half, and I learned something valuable. Eastwood Baller knows what he's talking about. I'm gonna listen to him.
I thought he did, but then he started talking bad about me, and then I don't think so no more.
Well, you know, I think he has been spot on all night. Congratulations to him.
I don't. I sincerely disagree with it. And now we got. Oh, you gonna leave Timmy? Timmy can handle it. That's a foul. That's a foul. Oh my! And this.
I noticed this about a lot of players in this game, that people don't like to use the high post, but the high post is so effective. And in this game in 2K20, the drop step, spin, fade away, low post options aren't as strong as they were last year. They still work, but they're not as strong as they were last year. I think
they don't move people as well as they used to.
Absolutely, and they got that badge. What's it called? The muscle badge, the body up badge. Whatever they call it, where there's a low post one and the one on perimeter is called clamps. They both might come into play when people are trying to back you down. But basically, I think there's 2 badges plus attributes working against the back down this year. So you have to actually move around people in the post, which I like. I'm seeing much more creative post play out of the better post players than not just spin fade the whole time, drop step.
Shoot that, Henry. Don't let him shoot.
No, guys, I'm not talking about back down Punisher. I'm talking about the opposite of that badge, the defensive version of that badge, where you stop people from backing you down.
He can't hold you. He can't hold you, Timmy. Hall of Famer! Hall of Famer! Sucker. You thought was
that's nice. That's a nice dunk. Another thing I noticed people aren't doing a lot is 2K really put a lot of work into the hook shots, and they have new hook shot inputs. And I could be wrong about this. It's still early, but I think the hook shots might be better this year than they were last year.
Well, I assumed that was going to happen when I saw deep hooks as a badge.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, he can't guard you. He's too slow. That's a fact. Oh, and one. I'm about to say, come on, man. He tried to kill me. He won it in 72 states for that. 50 in the United States and 22 in another country.
Man, I want to give you a piece of advice so bad, but I'm gonna just let you.
Don't give me no advice to after I win. Then I can say I didn't need it. I told you don't play that in my house no more. For the win. De'Aaron. Green as the Predator's blood.
Well done.
As green as the Predator's blood.
Well done. Well done.
Sick and tired of this. Every time I look up, somebody trying to test me. I'm gonna test Brian. You don't test Brian. Brian passed the test. Shoot. Sick boy. You see the shirt?
Bro, man says sloppy.
Sloppy. Don't. You just win, baby. Just win. I blew this dude. I blew the computer out. Like that game wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. De'Aaron Fox had a fit on these guys, man. I be trying to learn y'all, man. Trying to learn y'all something, man, so you really understand it. I think that was I hope you guys appreciated that free exhibition that I just gave you. Did y'all notice that they spared the vault time? Open the vault.
Let's see what we got.
Run it. I really think like the door should open, but it doesn't. It's just like shaky.
Yeah.
That's kind of
resources, but I feel you.
Yeah.
They probably had it probably worked on it and was like, yeah, this ain't gonna get out in time.
You're right. It was like, take the door off. Take the door off.
Jiggle the knob a little bit.
They don't get the door. They don't get the door. So I got 3 wins already. My man Razor got like 115 wins already. Like,
oh, Razor's nice at the game.
Well, it's just offline. So, but yeah, I don't know how good he is. I haven't played him. But he wants 1,000 wins. 1,000 wins to get the Galaxy Open with Dominique Wilkins.
I hear you.
I got 997 more wins to go, I suppose. That's a
Romac
lot.
says he thinks this entertains me more than me actually playing the game. A little bit.
Yes, it should. It should.
Okay.
You know what? Oh, I got money. You've got money. Tim Duncan sold for $44,000.
Nice.
I'll take it. Joel Embiid sold for $7,400. I'll take it. Joel Embiid sold for $7,500. I'll take that as well. Now run the rest of my money. Y'all buy these little trinkets I got here for you. Buy these little trinkets. Buy these little trinkets. Okay, what did I get? I'll say if you win a triple threat online game, you get 150 MT. Oh yeah, I got and I'm gonna go buy that Mellow or somebody when I get all my MT in place. I got to do it. I have to do it. It's calling me. Oh, I forget. I get some. See how much stuff you just get from just playing the game though. Triple threat game by 5, you got 125 MT. Apply a contract to a player. I might as well do that. Seeing as though, let's see. Let's apply a contract to a player. One of my point guards is out here. De'Aaron Fox is going to be my new point guard, I guess, for the time being. But Derrick Rose is actually better. Of course, Derrick Rose is better. What are you thinking? I actually don't know. I guess I'll apply a contract to him because I know he's pretty much going to stay in the starting lineup. I should have opened up something else with that. Yep. See, another reward. 75 MT. And then if I win a game on triple threat, that's all I need to do for the day to do all my to get all my rewards. So Mazik is one of those.
You did say win though.
Yeah, well, I can make it happen. Eastwick's Baller said, I love how Brian says they sell for dollars. That's right. That's how you know Brian is really an old school player trapped in a Mary Writer's body. That's right. That's right. The Mazik is one of those hoopers at the court that in his own mind he thinks trash talking, but everyone else is laughing, but it's effective because everyone cracking up. No, honestly, the way y'all have no idea the level of competitor I am on the basketball court. Like, I actually don't even talk trash until somebody says something to me.
You know, it's funny. I'm not a trash talker.
Yeah, I don't say anything trash talking to somebody. I play Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, right? So, but I don't say anything until somebody says something to me. But then once you say something to me, I'm gonna talk to you for the rest of the time. But I surprise people all the time. Like, people think, that I like, oh, he won't be able to get them or whatever. Especially because I play with a lot of younger guys.
He said, "Books don't talk trash. He's just mean."
Right. He just foul people hard.
I'm not a guy. But when I played, I had a really good ball handle, so I definitely was a guy who's more, liable to take you off the dribble repeatedly and over and over and expose a weakness.
Fouling people. That's what that means. Fouling people hard. That's pretty much what that means. He fouls people hard.
I used to talk more trash when I was younger. And I used to do it a lot in fighting games because that's probably what I was best at. But I realized that it's not like on TV, right? Like, sometimes people talk trash, it's all in good fun. And, people, they don't like it, but then the next day it's okay. But if you're really better than somebody and you talk trash, you just make them want to quit.
Yeah, or fight?
No, quit. Always quit. The fight not even a problem. Like especially once I got older, like nobody ever wanted to fight me over a video game or basketball or anything like that. But you can make somebody quit if you are really, really good at trash talk. Like people don't want that in their lives, and if you want them to show up and keep playing you, it's better just to get your wins, be like good job, and move on, and they'll show up again.
Well, I'm telling you, in Chicago, if you talk a lot of trash and you better than somebody, you might be fighting when you leave. That's just what it
Is it
is.
still like that? Because New York isn't like the way it used to be.
Well, I don't know if it's still that way. I learned when I was younger. I mean, when I was younger, I kind of didn't care because you kind of think you're invincible.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, we literally would go to park all over the South Side and just
Mhm.
play. And we didn't really realize how dangerous that was because you don't have control over who you play with. When you're playing pickup basketball, especially at a free court outside, right?
Mhm.
So there's no filter. There's no economic thing that says, oh, well, you have to have a membership, you have to have a debit card. There's none of that, right? There's none of that. There's just some dudes with their shirt off at the court. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
So you could be playing with anybody. Like, and many of the courts on the South Side are really just a way station while somebody's waiting on the dope man.
Mhm.
That's kind of what it is. I mean, I used to play ball every day with these two dudes named Psych and Killer, literally, literally, right? And I remember the guy named Killer actually could play, but he had been in and out so
Wait,
much.
did you just jump at that? What?
What happened?
I
Oh,
just saw
I
you.
don't. You know what? See, what I'm doing right now is going through the motions because I don't even remember what I just did. I really don't even remember what I just did. Because I kind of already seen that this guy's just like okay. He's not like that was good. It's just not all just like fantastic. So I'm not really
Yeah.
focusing. Uh, but man, the dude named Killer was actually pretty good,
Mhm.
but his his vices would not allow him to be much better
Right.
than he was. Man, I remember playing a game at the YMCA on 63rd and Stony Island once. And there was this dude named Jerry who could play. And I mean, Jerry was like, to this day, he's still one of the best dudes I've ever played against. I'm talking about just like 6'6", handle, could jump, all this kind of just crazy stuff. Like he would run past you and you knew you just got ran past by a different level athlete, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Man, one day this guy's trash talking him in the gym, and the dude who was trash talking him was garbage. I'm talking about like not a good player at all. He was like he acted like Draymond Green, but didn't play nothing like him.
Yeah.
It was just bad. Jerry got so pissed that he runs over to his bag and he's getting a pistol out. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like, first of all, that dude sucks. Second of all, what are you doing? Like,
Right.
what is
Right.
what are you doing, bro? But that's just you don't know who you dealing with.
See,
You don't know who you dealing with.
so here for me in New York, it was I want to say similar, but it was really bad when I was younger, right? Like when I was younger,
I
you
didn't play
didn't like in my areas, you didn't go to a park unless you were like either crewed up or just hard, and
Yeah,
you couldn't just go to the park.
yeah, it
You know what
ain't
I
like
mean? And, well, yeah. You just go to the park with a basketball, expecting to come home with your sneakers again. That was ridiculous.
that.
That was stupid. Nobody do that. So,
Right.
and you always hear stories about like, not, and when I say hear stories, I mean like literally see somebody come back and be like, yeah, so and so went to the park and somebody else was there and now he come back and he in the hospital for 3 weeks. Like,
Right.
so when I was younger, it was really, really dangerous. But then when I got to the age where I was actually playing, like, 'cause, I was a short, fat kid when I was a kid. But then when I turned like 15, I shot up. Um, I mean, I'm not as tall as you are, but I'm 6 feet.
Right.
So when you 5'2", 6 feet is real tall.
Right.
So I went from 5'2", 5'4" as a freshman to like 5'10" as a junior. I was in power training, put on a bunch of weight, so I started playing again. But by the time I reached that age, New York, the Giuliani stuff started to take over. So New York really started to mellow out. So it was a completely different environment, completely different kind of people playing in the parks by that time. And it wasn't that stuff couldn't happen, but it was more about the element, the area, what you were doing. It was a big if kind of thing. And you could go from park to park to park. I used to do that all the time, just traveling from park to park, like Ryu, seeing who's who's good, who's where. By the time I was a teenager, there was no real danger in that. I never got into any trouble. I never came close to like a fight or anything like that. But as a kid, like when I was like 9, 10, 11, oh, you got killed going to the park. Like, and how you dare trash talk somebody unless you know for a fact that you can back up your words because people would not hesitate.
Yeah, it was different, man. It was different, and I tell my son that now, man. I'm like, he was telling me, yeah, we want to go over here and we're gonna go play, and I'm like, dude, look here. First of all, you never live in a city a day in your life, okay? You don't even understand the difference. You don't get it. It's different, man. And that's for a reason, right? And I'm like, dude, you can't just go places talking about you're gonna go play here, you're gonna go play there, especially if you go in there like my son and his two buddies, they can play, right? They're pretty good. So you go over here and you beat these cats. Everybody doesn't have good sense. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody just don't have good sense. Some people, if you beat them, that means that you got to run to your car. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's just how it is. And you gotta be prepared. I think one thing that happens is as you get older, you start to be less of a target to a degree, and you don't attract the same type of
yeah,
negativity. When you're young and you look like them, they bring it to you more. You know what I'm saying? It can still happen to you, but I think that's where the difference is. It's just because I honestly like I never think about danger anymore at the court. I mean, now of course I'm playing at LA Fitness, but they have fights there all the time. But I don't really think about that because they in there calling me old school. So
hmm
I don't get that same level of whatever, but I just gotta. I think I meant to say this. They sped up the ball drop.
Oh, good. Yeah, you were saying that takeaway
Yeah,
table.
they
Was
sped
you
up
in
the
the
ball.
video? You were saying that? I think I was watching
I
something.
said it in an article and a video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a video I saw. It.
It's ridiculous. It's still a little slow, but it's not as slow as it was like before. Man, it was like nauseatingly slow.
You were talking so like for so long before the ball drop. You were like, "See this right here?
Yeah,
This is what I don't like."
this wow,
And
like
you were able to write a whole article during the ball drop about the slow ball drop.
right. It wasn't good. This one, it's a little bit. Oh, that's two tokens, right? No, that's not two tokens. What is that? It is two tokens. Okay. Oh, and I got another ball. Like I like the idea of the ping ball pinball thing. I do. I think it's cool. It's fun.
Mhm.
I just think that this little ball could come down faster than it's coming down. That's all. I mean, it's sped up a little bit, and then they got nerve had propellers and crap and stuff that's making it go slow longer. Get the ball to the bottom, man. That's all I'm telling you. Get the ball to the bottom. But as you can see, like I said, I'm 6'5". I'm 6'5", bro, man. 6'5". Right now, 6'5", 256. So um, I'm trying to be 6'5", 235. Believe it or not, when I got married, which is 17 years ago, on September 28th, this year is my anniversary. Uh, when I got married, I was 185 pounds.
That's crazy.
185 pounds. I had six pack. My stomach was cut up. I could do sit ups for days. But yep, that's what happens. That's what happens. But yeah, I mean, but see, like I was saying, there's plenty of opportunities to get stuff in this game. In this mode, rather. You don't, you don't have to spend like people say you have to spend. You don't. Like I said, it's all about, like I said, people trying to keep up with the Joneses. That's what this is about, man. They're like, so and so got this car, I want it.
Mhm.
But do you really need it? Like, so if your objective is to win games, do you really need that card?
He's what Paula said. Can you believe we legit had a 2K game where you could shove people out the way? That was ridiculous. And the screens right now are still a little over the top. I don't mind people running into screens and getting caught on screens, but what I don't like is the animations of you getting in the screens. They just take too long. You're
Yeah.
caught in the animation for way too long. Some of those animation, and it turns your character. Um, Mike Wang and the guys need to get it through their head that the player needs to have as much control as possible. And I have no issue with people having consequences, recovery animations for, situations they get into, but it's just too much, too often, for too long right now. And tighten it up. And having
Yeah.
just played 2K17, this is not a legacy issue to the extent that it is right now. The game used to be more free and have less of these, just so much of moving your player around.
Yeah.
In
You
fact, does
always
that
say
work?
6 feet and fat. Does that work? It's gonna have to.
Yeah, right now I'm 6 feet, about 170.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good weight.
Yeah,
That's a good weight. At 6 feet tall, that's good. But see, I don't want to be that small because I'm 6'5". Like
that's too small.
I'm not going to the Olympics or nothing. So
Yeah.
I don't I still want to have a little bit of weight,
Hmm.
because I plan to play basketball for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to hold my own when I'm, if I'm in a, playing physical or whatever. So yeah, I 235 will be fine for me. I mean, because I can already see a difference, like in my neck, in my face, in my stomach. So he said Books was talking keto on Twitter. I closed my Twitter app. Oh my God. Man, I'm telling you, it's I'm not even doing like hardcore keto. Like, well, I guess the only thing I do against keto is that I put cream in my coffee.
That's not against keto.
Okay, well then I must be on keto then because
Yeah.
I haven't had anything
Oh
else.
wait, you put cream or creamer?
Creamer.
Okay, then that's against keto. It's probably not
Yeah,
too much sugar.
yeah.
So, just a quick tip for anybody trying this: the main thing with keto is you're adapting. Eventually, I actually had a cheesecake before this show started,
Hmm.
but I'm fat adapted, so it takes more to knock my body out of keto, out of fat burning, right? Like I have to, and you learn what knocks you out and what doesn't knock you out. So like me, I can have a slice of pizza from time to time and not leave keto. But if I have a sweet potato, I'm done. Like I have a sweet potato, I wake up sleepy the next day. Like it's too many carbs for me. My body doesn't react well to it. So you have to figure out what works for you and what doesn't after you get adapted, right? So I could probably, I mean, maybe I could put creamer in my coffee and not have to worry about it right now because I've been doing it for 20 months. But in the first, I would say 4 months, depending on your body, 2 to 4 months, if you do something outside of keto, it's going to keep your body using sugar as a fuel source, and your energy is not going to be um, right. Bromat says keto works for weight loss, but it's not good for long-term internal health. That's absolutely not true. That's a rumor. All you're doing is taking sugar and carbs out of your system. There's nothing bad about that. It depends on the foods you eat. Having non-inflammatory foods, eating whole foods. Yeah, if you go into McDonald's and you're taking a burger off the bun and you eating that, yeah, I don't recommend doing that for very long. But if you cooking, steak and kale, you don't think you can do that for a long time? Yeah, of course you can. There's nothing wrong with doing that. So
Yeah,
you wake up and have steak and eggs, you're fine.
yeah. I feel a little bit better. But I know the part of me that doesn't feel better is because I'm not getting enough rest. And that's a key part of any type of like changing in the way that you eat and even your workout. You can do all that stuff, but if you're not getting enough rest, you're still not going to feel as good as you should.
Hmm.
So especially as you get older, you know, because the older you get, the more rest you actually need. Because when you like 20 something, you can go 4 5 hours sleep every day of the week for about 2 weeks before you be like, you know what, dude, I'm just tired. Like I
Hmm.
used to do it all the time, but now if I get 4 hours of sleep 2 days in a row, oh man, can't nobody talk to me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bad deal. So
No,
yeah.
that's super important.
Yeah.
Drake, he asked, how do you do keto when you're food shopping for the whole family? Well, the thing is, you let's say I'll give you a hypothetical meal, right? Say for breakfast the family's having like waffles and bacon and eggs. You just have bacon and eggs and let them have the waffles. It's pretty much that, right? Like so if dinner if everybody's having steak and kids should have carbs, They're still growing. Um, and they're still insulin sensitive. So the reason you do keto is because you've become insulin resistant, and you want to get back to being insulin sensitive. I'm insulin sensitive now, which is why I can kind of have as much sugar as I want because I'm like a kid again in the sense that if I have too much sugar, I'm bouncing off the walls, right? Like I can tell immediately when I've had too much sugar. If you can eat sugar and not feel anything, that means you're literally insulin resistant. So when you are having something like, say, the family's having steak and potatoes and green beans, you just don't have the potatoes. It's that simple. And if you put fasting in, you won't be hungry. Like it'll take you a couple of weeks of adapting, but once you adapt, you won't have the same hungry feeling. Before I got on keto, if I didn't have bread or I didn't have some kind of carbs, I would still feel like I hadn't ate yet, and that's your blood sugars and insulin resistance being out of whack. Eastwick Bola asked, Books, how long have you been on keto now? 20 months. I started last January. Basically, I think I want to say the second week of January, maybe even the first week of January. But that's probably like the second or third week of January.
Yeah, I've actually been eating like this for because essentially here's what I do, right? I get up in the morning, and this is Monday through Friday. I take Junior to school, and I take a coffee with me, and I don't eat the coffee. I drink the coffee, and that's the only thing that I have at all until 6 p.m. So then at 6 p.m., I eat what I'm going to eat, and it's pretty much a total keto type of diet. I don't eat any potatoes, any white rice, any bread, any sweets. The only thing I drink is water. I might drink like the hint water, which is with the fruit. It's purified water with fruit, infused fruit, but it's zero carbs, zero sugar, zero
Mhm.
calories. I might drink some water like that, and I don't snack at all during the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So that's something that I did pick up from Books. He was telling me, kind of cut the snacking out. Every blue moon, I might get just so hungry at 3 that I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead, but what I'll do is I go get like some pork skins, and I'll
Mhm.
get like some water, and then I'm good. I eat like maybe 12 of them, and then I'm
Mhm.
good until 6. I'm straight. And I haven't been gaining when I do that.
Yeah.
So but what I also do on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays after I drop him off, I go straight to the gym and play basketball,
Mhm.
and I get an insane sweat. And then because we play like 5, 6 games. And then on Tuesday and Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I don't go play basketball because at my age and my height and my weight, playing that much is too much on my knees and legs.
Mhm.
So I gotta give my body some recovery time. But on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, and Sundays, I work my heavy bag and I walk 2 miles on my treadmill. So I do this. I came up with this heavy bag workout that I call 720, and it essentially equates to 720 punches. So I throw 20 jabs, 20 straight rights, then I throw 20 jab right hand combinations, 20 left hooks, 20 right crosses, 20 left hook right cross combinations, 20 left uppercuts, 20 right uppercuts, 20 left right uppercut combinations, and then I do the whole program 20 times. Jab, straight right, left hook, right cross, uppercut, uppercut. And I, do that 20. And then so I do that whole thing twice, and it comes to 720 pushes, 720 punches. After I'm done, I got a little sweat going. It's not like a pouring sweat, but I got a little sweat going. And then I get the rest of the sweat on the treadmill. And
Mhm.
so I watch YouTube videos, I watch Netflix, I watch Hulu, and to walk 2 miles on 4 miles per hour takes about 35 minutes.
Mhm.
So I usually get the whole workout in a little bit under an hour on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, and Sundays. So with that, man, like I said, I've dropped 20 pounds in 5 weeks. So
Mhm.
there it
That's
is.
awesome, man. Congratulations.
Yep.
Somebody asked. So, Bromash says he thinks it's optimal long term to get fruits and vegetables in your diet long term. First of all, on keto, you can actually have fruit. The difference with normal people eating fruit and keto people is you have to have low glycemic fruits. So you can have raspberries pretty much all you want, blackberries pretty much all you want. When you're in the adaptation period, you can have blueberries, but you should probably keep it to about roughly half to a third of a cup. Um, and tomatoes you can have, again, you don't want to overdo it in the adaptation period, but once you're adapted, you can have as much of that as you want. There's no limit on vegetables. People think vegetables are carb and that on keto you shouldn't have it. That just means you haven't done enough research, because the bottom line is because of the fiber content in the vegetables, fiber cancels out carbs on keto. The glycemic effect of carbs doesn't happen from fiber-based foods, right? So asparagus has some carbs in it. Squash noodles have some carbs in it. You can have squash, you can have asparagus, you can have cucumber. All of these things have some carbs in it. Kale has some carbs, but it doesn't affect. It's not net carbs, first of all, because the fiber is subtracted from the carbs, and also just the way it affects you is not the same thing as having a complex carbohydrate. So yeah, so a lot of the stuff that people say in terms of, again, I've been doing keto for 20 months. A lot of people who advocate for keto have been doing it for years and years and years. In fact, when I first found out about keto, it was from a friend of mine, Brian Hill, who wrote my comic Romulus, our comic Romulus, and is currently writing for Titans. He told me about keto 3 years ago from a doctor, directly from a doctor. And the doctor said, yeah, this is actually how people should probably eat. And it's going to be really, really big very shortly. So that was why I started even researching keto, was because I heard about it from him. I didn't realize it was so big and getting so big until I had already, done a lot of research after the fact. But the thing that started me on it was hearing that this was a doctor recommended thing and how it all broke down. So if you research nutritional keto, you'll see that it's much more well-rounded than people indicate. The big thing about keto that I think people mistake is the high cholesterol arteries thing, because you're having a lot of fat, so people think it's going to clog up your arteries. Sugar is what makes salt and fat bad for you, because salt and fat blend poorly with sugar. You take sugar out of your diet, then you can have basically, within reason, all of salt and fat you want, particularly once you get fat adapted and your body uses those things correctly. So, hopefully that explains some of the keto stuff, but the idea of it not being long-term is absolutely not true.
Yeah, well, my goal, basically what I'm going to do is, my goal is 235. Once I get to 235, I'm going to make some slight alterations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to work out 7 days a week anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to work out Monday through Friday. And I'm still going to keep basketball Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and I'm going to keep the bag and the walking on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But every other weekend, I'm going to eat whatever I want. So twice a month, on Friday afternoons and Saturday, mostly Saturday night, I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm still not going to drink pop, because I just don't think that's good for me at all. I'm still only
You're
going.
from the Midwest when you call soda pop.
That's right, pop. I'm not gonna drink pop, because I don't think it's good for
It's
me.
terrible. It's poison. It's
It's,
horrible.
it's sweet tea, which I used to love, but that's how I got to 280 pounds on that sweet tea. But so I don't need that. I'm good. The water that I found has enough flavor in it, and it doesn't have the carbs or sugar in it, so I'm good with that. I don't even really feel like I'm sacrificing too much
Mm-hmm.
with that. I mean, I ain't gonna say I'll never have another pop, because maybe, but I don't need it. I don't really miss that. That's not what I miss. The only thing I really, honestly, I'm gonna tell you that I kind of miss is I miss donuts.
Of course you do. Delicious.
I love donuts.
So
Like,
let me tell you something. So the thing that has struck me as a big surprise out of everything, when I first got into keto, there was a few little things. I was never a big like sugar snack guy. I had it in moderation. It was just accumulation over time of sitting around that it got to me, right? But there was a few things that I like really loved. There's these quote unquote protein cookies. They're really just cookies out here that are delicious. There was pancakes and Twizzlers. And I thought for the longest time that I can't wait to like do this long enough that I could go back and have that stuff. And what happened was, once my blood sugars and insulin corrected, I actually adapted to the point of not wanting it. Like it was my chemistry. Like it's not that that stuff doesn't taste good, but the amount that we want it is because we're insulin resistant. You know what I'm saying? So like, so say take pancakes, right? If I wanted to have pancakes now, I
Those are
would,
fantastic.
yeah, I would definitely not have more than one pancake because more than one, I'd be high. It'd be like snorting a line of coke.
Nah.
It'd be crazy, right? Like seriously, like when you have too much of that stuff and you're insulin sensitive, you like your body. What you realize is when you have so much sugar. Like again, if you have one donut, no big deal. If you would have like 3 donuts, now
Yeah.
if you're not, you know, if you're still insulin resistant, you can have 3 donuts and be like, all right, well, what am I really gonna have tonight, right? But when
Yeah.
you're insulin sensitive, that second donut, your body's gonna be like, what are you doing right now? Like literally, your eyeballs will dilate. Again, like a little kid. When little kids have that stuff, and you can't tolerate them for the next 8 hours, it's because they're insulin sensitive. They can hear the screaming of their body saying, "Hey, this is going to kill you eventually. Stop eating it right now." And they get super hyper and they're forced to run around the room to get rid of it, right? When you're an adult, you're just like, I should stop now. And that's like your response to having too many donuts. Maybe I should stop now, but I don't really want to. It's because you've learned to ignore those symbols, those signals from your body. And once you adapt, you can hear those signals. Not it's not here, you feel it. And you don't want more than you can handle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the thing that shocked me the most is that my want changed. So now when I say I can eat whatever I want, I can have as many desserts as I want. Part of it is, yeah, 99% of the time I eat basically perfectly. But it's not just the 99 1% rule, it's more like a, 95 5 rule. That 5% you can do what you want, it's not going to affect you poorly. But it's also the fact that my desires have changed so much that I don't want a stack of pancakes. That doesn't sound desirable to me. Yeah, I think about what that would feel like. I'm like, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't find myself wanting as much sweet. Like I made myself eat some birthday cake on my birthday. My birthday just passed on the 8th.
Yeah.
So I made myself eat cake because my wife went through a lot of trouble to
Mm-hmm.
get it, and it was real nice. She put like my Bitmoji on it and everything. It was real cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I made myself eat 2 pieces, and it was 2 small pieces. And I
Mm-hmm.
noticed that was really different for me because I am a cake eater, which is the reason why I like donuts, because like the cake donuts. But I just wasn't. I didn't want it as much. I
Yeah.
really didn't. Um, I guess a lot of it was me too, like kind of like, I've worked hard to get to this place. I don't want to do nothing to mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm that type of person. When I see something works, I'll follow it like maniacally.
Yeah.
Once I
Yeah.
once I see that it works, it's one thing to be like somebody telling you, "Oh, do this." But once I get results from something, oh, it's real difficult for me to break off of it.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
you've never seen good gameplay in 2K work? Is that why you still play the game?
is that what happens? Is that what happens? And then we turn it into that, and then just because you said that, Carl Anthony Towns on the wait a minute, make the shot, Carl. Oh my God, this guy's actually pretty good. His ball movement is really good. He knows how to find the open man pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bro
Yeah.
Matt said the process. I totally agree. Actually, Bro Matt, my official diet advice is not for people to do keto. Keto is one way to skin that cat. But all, like whether it's vegan or paleo, keto, carnivore, even the balanced diet, what all diets agree on is stop having processed food and don't chill out with the drinking and dramatically lower how much sugar you're having. And make sure you get enough sleep, drink enough water, and at least get in a mile or two of walking every day. At least a couple walks around the block, because that's all you need to get you away from the dangers of sitting in a chair all day. Like I just say, sitting is the new smoking. I actually think sugar is the new smoking, but sitting is like a close second. So that's my advice: is to process food, chill out with the sugars, and at least go a month or two without drinking while you clean your diet up. But keto is just what I like. I actually was going to quit keto once I lost 70 pounds, I was like, well, I don't need to do this anymore. I had a sweet potato, and like I had a sweet potato 2 days in a row, and literally was just so sleepy, and my brain didn't have that. I didn't have like that keto brain anymore. So I was like, all right, that's enough of that. Drake, he has drinking what? I mean, drinking alcohol. Um, it's very, very hard on your liver, and most alcohols, there's some exceptions, but most alcohols have a lot of sugar in it. So you can literally have an entire week's worth of sugar in one night of drinking. And the people do that, and on top of that, have carbs and everything. It's no wonder they get like super fat. So, you know,
I just learned Porzingis is shot. This is the first time I ever played with Porzingis. Of course, I just got the card, but
how does it feel?
it's pretty good now.
Yeah, Porzingis is the ultimate 2K demigod cheese ball. Yeah, Drakey, any alcohol for the most part. There are some really dry red wines that don't have sugar in it. And there's some, I think it's is it vodka that doesn't have sugar in it?
It's vodka. Vodka
Vodka
doesn't. Yeah.
doesn't have anything in it.
Nope.
So technically, on keto, you can have the red wine and the vodka. But if you're trying to gain the benefits of keto, part of what you're doing is you're repairing a damaged and fatty liver. So if you're doing that, there's no way you should have alcohol while you're trying to repair your liver. So that's the thing about nutritional keto. It's more about repairing your health than it is about losing weight. I didn't get into keto to lose weight. I got into keto because I was sleepy all the time. And as a comic book artist, being like sitting at the desk and getting sleepy really sucks because it's like really hard to work. And
same thing here for a writer, trust me.
Exactly. I think writers and artists deal with a very similar thing, right? So, you know, if there's like not enough sleep to get, not enough cups of coffee you could have, when you start to go pre-diabetic and you have too much blood sugar and you're insulin resistant, you're just never going to have good energy. And I stuck with keto because of the energy. I got into keto because of the energy. The weight loss was a side effect of getting healthier again. You know, I look a lot younger than I did when I was 37, 38 years old. You know, so that was why I got into it. It wasn't because I was like, oh, I'm fat, I need to lose weight. Usually when I wanted to lose weight, I would just go to the gym because I like going to the gym. I like lifting weights. So yeah, the alcohol thing is more of a health thing than a diet thing. Although, because you can cheat around the diet aspect, but you could kill your liver by, you know, making it sensitive in keto and then having alcohol. That could be really bad for you.
Yeah. So I know no one thought they were going to get a keto lesson today.
They have questions.
But they got it. They got it.
And we versatile out here.
Oh, wow. That is pretty crazy. All right. I just read a message. It was pretty crazy.
What was it? What was it? Tell me after.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, assuming Crazy Girl is watching and she just decided not to chime in today, we definitely appreciate everybody coming through and watching. It's a little bit of a different kind of show, and you know, we'll flip around, do some different stuff here and there, and we'll continue with the content through the week. I hope you guys have been enjoying that. But yeah, you got anything you want to?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for rocking with us. We had a good 30 some odd in here most of the stream. Let us know how you like this kind of show where we had gameplay and just kind of talking about the gameplay, touching on topics, but not really doing so much of an organized podcast, just kind of chilling and playing games. And we put out a lot of content on this channel post 2K launch, and we're going to be putting out more content. So if we address something in that content, there's not necessarily a reason to repeat addressing that in the show. Like, we ain't gonna get up here and talk about the launch of Ronnie 2K. We have videos on that stuff. So you know, let us know how you feel about this format and this kind of thing. You guys seem to enjoy it. It was definitely enjoyable for me watching Brian try to play 2K. I mean, open card packs and play 2K. Yeah. So thanks a lot. Thanks for all of our new subscribers, and hit the like button and make sure you tell your friends about us.
All right. I appreciate y'all watching. God bless and peace.